damn, bro. I can see the rainbow. Taste the rainbow, bro. Look at that. Look at that beautiful star, bro. Beautiful. Finally got this guy to 100%. Octo%. Just like Taguro. We keep it low. No homo. And to say that this celebration has been celebratory would be an understatement. Because not only did I get this guy to 100%, I got Mongo, bro. Fucking Super Saiyan 4 Goku, who... he is a good unit, but I decided to go for the Super Saiyan 4 banner for Vegeta. Ended up not getting him, and then in one fucking single, I got this guy. So all I gotta say is look at that. That's depressing. I'm waiting for those fucking 10 Elder guys to come through so I can make this man go from a cuck to a god. Although he is still pretty strong, and he still has that stacking defense buff. And I was like, fuck it, bro. I was getting sick of looking at fucking SSB Goku. I'm like, I need Super Saiyan 4 on my team, but fuck all that. Right now, half stamina, no restriction, double awakening metal drop for the fucking Mongi Super Strikes. First of all, these Super Strikes when they first came out were pretty fun. Vegeta's was pretty fun. Mercenary Town was pretty fun. Just to see like these Super Strikes come back and it's actually kind of a interesting thing. And then eventually started getting real fucking boring. I think around after Jackie Chan, it just was like, alright, whatever, I don't really care anymore. And then when LR Goku came out, I was like, oh shit, this fucking rekindled the flame. But now, for the most part, I don't know, it's very, kind of passe, kind of whatever. But you definitely should take advantage of this time. Low-key, I might fucking go on JP if I find the time, because you never know, bro. I like making excuses not to play JP, just to grind these fucking medals, and then I could farm the characters whenever. Because the characters you can farm with any team, but these medals, usually when you come here, you have to have a team cost of less than 100. And that makes sense because the boss is like really easy. Like you see Loki, I'm gonna one-shot this guy. Well, not Loki, bro. I'm about to fucking blow it up right now. So it's kind of annoying. That's kind of the thing that makes it difficult and kind of takes time. So without that restriction, this shit takes like 2 seconds. You just fucking bomb these motherfuckers. You just like, boom, get out of here. And it's definitely good just because of the fact that if you ever plan on farming LR Frieza or LR Goku, it makes it easier to have those. I think on eventually both stages they add it so that you could just simply farm with any farmable unit, because right now it's just Super Strikes for LR Goku, and Frieza is any farmable. But eventually, I think, hopefully this week, they add that 4th stage for LR Goku. I can get his dupes. He could be fucking super bumping, and this is really good not only for getting the character, but I recommend you fucking like either get them 100% or at least put 2 dupes into them, because the metal drop is doubled. Usually you only get 1 and the stamina's half. So really, when you think about it, you're getting quadruple fucking bang for your buck. You're getting double rewards and half stamina. That's fucking amazing. I'm over here actually having fun playing Super Strikes. Like I said, they were fun early on, and then it just got to the point where, like, alright, I'll bring a stunner, I'll bring this, I'll bring that, and then I'll fucking kill myself. I don't even know how many fucking Super Strike medals I have. I don't think I'd have any, considering the fact that most of them have already Dokkan, so why the fuck would I have extra? These events are pretty boring. Like, Dokkan, I don't know why. Well, I do know why. Dokkan events are actually pretty fun, just because you can bring any team you want, but for these strikes, it's always the same fucking team, bro. Like, you bring... like, if it's tech, alright, gonna get Bardock. Alright, let me go get fucking Chi GT. Or not GT, Dragon Ball. Let me go get fucking General Blue. That's great, amazing. Thanks, I appreciate it. And then you just want to fall the fuck asleep because you're like, holy shit, I don't care. There's only so many times I could do this. And I'm actually going to fight King Cold this time because you can get, believe it or not, it's a very low drop rate percentage. It's kind of like, Mercenary Tao's drop percentage on the Piccolo event. By the way, rest in peace to Piccolo. That nigga's event's never coming back, which is funny because he's my favorite strike character. I don't know. I've always liked him. He was probably the one I used the most because I had a shit fight team, and he was always cool because he actually could stun the entire enemy and then you don't take damage. But yeah, on that event you could get Mercenary Tao. On this event you can also get King Cold. Although all the times that I did attempt to fight him, I never got him. That's why usually I don't even bother. Like, as you can see, like, go fuck yourself, you're not getting me. Which is nice, I appreciate it, thanks a lot. But, yeah, this is basically, you're allowed to be a fucking god amongst men. This is basically if like grown adults were allowed to play little league and just bomb on little kids. Like a little kid goes up to bat and you just fucking throw a ball right in his fucking face, break his teeth, and you're like, guess what, stupid? Don't come to my fucking shit. It's the same thing with this is actually a good fucking comparison. Is the jutsu that everyone is with like transgender rights and transgender, like kind of the idea of, okay, you used to be a guy. Does that mean you get to play in the WNBA? Does that mean you get to be, you know, with all your fucking, you still have existing man muscle and fucking testosterone pumping through you? Do you still get to fucking play with women? Because there are cases where dudes have gone out and they played with women and they just fucking bombed on them, and they're like, yo, man, what happened? What's wrong? And it's just like, even if they don't have the testosterone, they once were a man, so they're more powerful, and they're like, what's going on, boy? Just fucking people up, just swerving on them. And it's fucking, I mean, you know, I don't know. This is the thing. There's so much, like, PC culture, so much, like, bullshit. It's hard to tell sometimes, like, how people feel as, like, just as a nation, as a collective, because I went to college, right? And if I went to college and I based everyone off of who I went to college with and who I saw, then I would be like, all right, everyone's a fucking super liberal, cuck of the kings, king of the cucks. And I'd be like, all right, everybody's like that. But in reality, they're really not. Because I remember I had a professor one time, he got triggered. It was a history class, right? It was U.S. history. 2 medals, beautiful. It was a history class, and he just goes, hey, boss, let me ask you something. For some reason, he started off like with general history of the world. I have no clue why. It was U.S. history class. And he's like, do you know why back in the nomadic period, men used to go out and hunt and women would stay back? And then some kid was like, is it because men were stronger, faster, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, that's the answer I was looking for. Of course. And then he's like, no. It's because women were more, they were just as powerful. They could do anything a man did back then, which I don't fucking believe, because niggas back then, like, women looked the same, but then back then, those cavemen motherfuckers, bro, they all looked like, they all had, like, Dwight Howard's fucking, like, bowling ball shoulders, and they all had, like, gorilla faces. Like, they all looked like gorillas, and they looked like they could fuck you up. And he's like, men and women, back then and now, are equally as strong. It has nothing to do with sex, blah, 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 blah. It has nothing to do with... It's because women back then could make babies, and you could, if you have a woman, you can make a lot of babies. You don't need the men are expendable, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, fuck, bro, this dude, after I heard that, I'm like, all right, man, this guy's in the fucking realm. I can't, like, I better not say any jokes. I better not say anything. Because I remember, like, when I first went to college, I thought people were just, you know, normal human beings. I didn't know there were these liberal fucking cucks. And I used to joke around with professors. They used to get triggered. Like, I remember one time I was talking to some fucking professor. She was a woman. And she's like, yo, man, how was your day? Blah, blah, blah. It was like in front of class. And I was like, yeah, it was pretty good. I watched Good Will Hunting. And she's like, oh, yeah, how was it? And I'm like, it was pretty good, but it was kind of a depressing movie. I felt my estrogen levels going up. And then, bro, like, the classroom died down. And you see some girl in front of me. She's like, that's sexist. And the professor's like, you're right. That is sexist. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, bitch, I'm just playing with you. And I was like, oh, fuck me. I better not say anything else. And I swear to God, dude, once a professor does that, my energy dies. Like, it's done. Like, I remember one professor was saying something about some town in my state, and it's like a shit town. I actually live there. I live in that shit town. So I have the right to say it's shit. It's fucking terrible. Bro, my town is so fucked that legit the garbage men sometimes don't come because the fucking city doesn't have in their budget. Like, the mayor just come out, he's like, yeah, man, don't pick up the trash. We ain't paying. If you want to go pick it up, but we ain't fucking paying. And I'm like, all right, that sounds good. I think I'm going to do the Vegeta event one more time and then call it quits. But I'm going to do it with the villains. I'm going to do it with the villain teams this time. Switch it up. So, like, legit, like, the mayor's like, yeah, you could go do whatever the fuck you want, but just know we ain't paying you shit. And the same thing goes for, like, crime. Like, motherfucker, bro, legit, I remember one time, I just hear people screaming, I look out my window, and some guy was getting beat over the fucking head with, like, a piece of wood, like a plywood. Not a plywood, it looked thicker, bro. He was getting beat the fuck up. And I was like, damn. I was like, what the fuck? And actually, I saw what happened. What happened was the guy was, like, walking, and for some reason, I don't know why, some dudes in a car, like, came up and, like, hit him with the car on purpose. They didn't hit him too hard, but they hit him hard enough to make him like staggered and kind of fall. And then this motherfucker goes in the trunk, pulls out wood, starts beating his ass, and I was like, damn, I ain't going outside for that shit. That nigga's low-key fucking dead. So I didn't even call 911 just because of the fact that, like, literally 2 seconds later, I heard people outside on the phone with the police, and they're like, oh, blah, 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 blah. This guy got beat up, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to stay out here, bro. I ain't going out there. Honestly, the worst part of living in the fucking trap house, the worst part of living in the trap house is trying to fucking study, bro. Like, my neighborhood, honestly, my neighborhood's pretty shit, but it's not that bad. There's been some shit times. Like, it's probably decent now. Like, I mean, it's had some low points, but, I mean, it's not the worst neighborhood ever. It's far from it, but it had some low points. Like, I remember there used to be a fucking nightclub literally 2 houses away from me, and they used to nuke me, bro. They used to play fucking reggaeton all night. And I'm like, fuck, bro. I remember I was trying to study for the SATs, and I gave up. I said, fuck that, nigga. I can't sleep. I can't study. This club is fucking me up. And actually, the first time I went for the SATs, I ended up slumping, which a lot of people said they have done that. I remember I got like a 1200, some dog shit score, and I'm like, fuck, I gotta go back. I gotta rectify this, bro. I actually gotta get a good score. Which I did end up doing. I mean, fuck it. I don't give a fuck about the SAT. Some people still talk about the SAT score like they're proud of it and shit. And I'm like, nigga, I don't give a fuck. I graduated college. Like, I don't give a fuck about your SAT score. But hey, what can I say? My boy Final Form Frieza got a crit. Shout out to him. Well, actually, full power Frieza, but either way, that's what. Bro, this Frieza team is sexy as shit. I really hope. I kind of regret not pulling on that PyCon banner to get the Angel Frieza, but what are you going to do, bro? You can only have so many Friezas. But yeah, I don't remember how this started. Oh yeah, I was saying that my neighborhood was so shit, and my professor brought up the neighborhood, and I was like, yeah, it's a pretty good neighborhood as long as you have a concealed carry, you can have a gun. And he's like, that's not true. I actually know a lot of people there. They're good people. And after I heard that, I'm like, all right, bro, I'm not gonna talk to you like a human being. I'm just gonna talk to you like a professor, like a fucking boring ass Chad. And that's what I usually do with professors. And for some reason, they love that. They love students who don't say anything. And they do well in their class, and like, oh man, this guy's great. I fucking love you. And meanwhile, in my head, I'm like, you're the corniest, boring, most vapid fucking cunt I've ever met in my life. I mean, that professor, to be honest, the one that was saying that it's a good town, blah, blah, blah. Fair enough to him, whatever. I guess he was saying it for the class. He ended up being a nice guy. But there's been professors where, like, they love me. They're like, oh, I love this guy. He's the best. And I'm like, bro, you're corny, bro. Super corny. Super corny Mong. But hey, that's about it. I'm telling you, bro, it's lit right now, bro. You should do these super strikes. I mean, I'm probably going to do, honestly, I'm probably going to focus on Vegeta and Tien, PyCon, maybe IDK. But I'm definitely trying to get some crits on my boy Vegeta, bro. I'm trying to get that shit lit.